Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude and welcome back to another Monday video. That's an update about my Nimble Nimbus game. Every Monday I'll have updates, and the update videos will now have a kind of visual. I'll show you what changed. Instead of, I always try to get these, fancy ways of saying shit, but I will show you guys what changed from the previous version to the current version. So if you guys enjoy the videos and you want to show your support on the videos, you can leave a like on them if you don't want to download the game. The game will be coming to iOS, I believe, this coming week. I think, Brandon, you've helped me out a ton with that. So once that comes in, the iPad comes in, I'll be able to put it up on the Apple Store, and then I can get kind of two fields of suggestions. So let's go ahead and we'll start talking about exactly what changed in the previous version. So there were two dex entries that I did not change for whatever reason when I updated the actual enemies themselves. So the fighter jet enemy and the mini boss enemy, which is called the space fighter, those changed in the game. We added some extra stuff to them. They went a little faster, a little slower. We added some weapons, but I did not change their dex entry. And for whatever reason, the mini boss didn't do anything in the dex entry. So I changed to make the dex entry work, so you can actually see what the mini boss does. And I updated the fighter jet to reflect exactly what it does in the game. Speaking of the fighter jet as well, I updated the speed of the fighter jet. So every time it goes across the screen, its velocity is randomized. So before it was a constant velocity, but right now, every time it bounces off, it changes to a random number between obviously a certain range. So it's a little less predictable, and maybe it can cause, add a little more difficulty, or maybe if it just keeps taking slower velocities, make it a little easier to kill. But it makes it a random velocity to add a little more variance to the game. I have destroyed debris get smaller until it vanishes. Now prior to this, I had, when you destroyed an enemy, it kind of broke into some pieces, and the pieces fell to you. So the problem was, the screen was cluttered. It made it so it was more difficult to decipher what's an enemy and what's not an enemy. So now I have all the destroyed debris get smaller until it vanishes. That way, it kind of gives more of a feeling of the things being destroyed and falling to the ground, and just more of a visual thing. And then also, it just kind of helps the players with their visibility and as far as what's coming at them, what's shooting at them, and they won't be hidden behind debris that actually can't hurt you. I did full volume controls as well, so you can decide to change the volume of the music or even the volume of the effects, and you can change them anywhere. You can change them in the game, you can change them on the main screen, or you can change them in the sandbox mode. And those settings will carry on if you turn the game off or not. Doesn't matter if you go to the the sandbox mode for a while, change the volume, close the game out, don't play it for 3 days. You load it back up, your volume settings will be exactly the same as they were when you exited the game. I know the volume was a big thing after the first version, but it took me a little while to figure it out. But I think I finally figured it out, and I definitely think that's an actual big thing for me personally. It was like a developer challenge to kind of solve, but I'm kind of glad that I did. And so now you guys got volume control. You could you could change to just effects, just songs, neither, both. Really, it's up to you, and you have that full control now. So I changed the way the player can initiate their special weapon. There is a drop right now that when you get it, prior to this, when you got it, it activated a special weapon where if you hold the screen and then swipe up once the charge bar is full, it releases a special shot. Now, when you get the drop, an aura behind your weapon icon, it glows. That's to alert you that you have a special weapon. You have to tap that, and once you tap that, then it'll initiate the special weapon. That is because that way, before, that way if you get a special weapon and you know a boss is approaching, you can save that and hang on to that to use just for the boss. Also, once you have a special weapon, another special item can't drop, so that's more just kind of a visual thing. But down the road, I want to have better visualization and a better, pretty much better notification that you have a special weapon, and then a better feel of what happens when you tap to get a special weapon. So for now, this is kind of the base update. This is, I think, what I want to do. But James and I have been talking about maybe changing it up a little bit. But for now, it allows you to save that weapon until you can use it when you want to use it, as opposed to using it right when you get it. I also fixed some side of the screen colliders because projectiles were getting stuck on them because they didn't go up all the way. So I kind of fixed that. And but that's pretty much it. There were some other glitches that I fixed. But other than that, guys, that has been the update of Nimble Nimbus. Let me know what you guys are enjoying about the game, what you're not enjoying about the game. And remember, this game is it's an ongoing project for me. I'm making like a public developer journey for me. So we're starting out at pretty much me knowing nothing about how to make games, and then every week I'll update it, and maybe I do this for 6 months, and then I have a really polished product, and then once I have a polished product, we'll see where we go from there. But this is all a learning thing for me. I'm learning how to update, I'm learning how to add updates, I'm learning how to give players what they want, what they don't want. So this is a fun challenge for me. It's hopefully the start of a nice fun journey for me. And if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and I will see each and one of you guys next time. Good night.